We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. Not the start they envision. Looks like a 3 and out. And for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
64, weak. Slam.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Push him back.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Break. Greystone, travel. Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Check 31, check 31. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground as Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this throw caught left side. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
218, chop. Watch the boot, watch the boot. Get it.
Now Saquon Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down.
A gain of 14 and a Packer first down.
So from Buccaneers, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Two-jet bomber. Check out. Check. Leo. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready?
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bullet high. Come on. Switch. Pro team spill. 54. To go.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, Delta. Mine's 54. Fire.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workman-like right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workman-like.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Hey, lock it. Joker, 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 Joker. Check, 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 check. Big rip, big rip.
On first down, Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 48 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike's Fofo. That's the pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Just keeping the play alive. He may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage. Scramble and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Or nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
64, 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah!
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Hey, Zoo. Stop your whining.
On third down, Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
13 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
You're not ready. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Let's go.
They'll set up the throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A couple of nice plays right in a row, and the Bucs have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 bud. 54, right there.
2nd and 4. He completes it to Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
54.
First down.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Chance. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
54. You draw Porter. Squeeze. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way?
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Logan. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On the double. 44. Mike, 44. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, Charlie. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the shift.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Bravo. Coming this way. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Down to lose one. Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Logan. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie the score at 15-all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Go!
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go! Train 2 stop! Defense, win check! 80 weapons! Hey, Steve 6! Steve 6! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green...